It's been a great night in the world of sports. What an astounding game in the Garden. Game one, it's the Knicks and the Pacers. Both the Pacers and Knicks, as many as 17 points, come back to win it. Their fourth 15-point comeback this postseason. They've won 9 games. They've got 4 15-point comebacks already, which is tied with the 2003 Mavericks for the most over the last 25 years. Tim Legler joins us now. And Tim, I ask because I honestly don't know. Were you able to hear Neesmith's interview as we were just playing it back?
Yes.
Okay, the reason I ask, I'm just struck by how remarkably calm and composed he is. You're in the Garden. You're staring into the eyes of the belly of the beast of these Knicks fans that are in a frenzy. And I just am amazed at how calm he was given what they just did. And I'm going to ask you, Tim, to explain what the hell they just did.
Oh, you want me to explain
Yes.
it? Okay, thanks, Scott. I appreciate that because
I'm teeing you up, kid.
I don't know what the hell I just watched. I'm sitting here taking notes. I know I'm coming on with you. And at this point, I'm starting to talk about the Knicks' defense and toughness and physically sort of manhandling Indiana in the second half and to build that big lead. And you think that's how it's going to end. And instead, Aaron Neesmith became Klay Thompson and basically got them back in the game.
That's amazing. You were able to listen into that man with a smile on his face, as you can imagine. I don't know where we were. I mean, trying to make sense of what it was. This Pacers team, they were on this stage a year ago, and they do have a bunch of guys that are able to take and make big shots. The moment doesn't ever seem too big, but they just beat New York the same way New York beat Boston in the last series, and I wonder what this does from here forward. What do you think of that?
Yeah, well, first of all, there's a big difference, I think, between what happened with the Boston and the Knicks. Because I thought the Boston Celtics in Game 1, they handed that over to the New York Knicks with their shot selection in the fourth quarter. This is a totally different situation.
Understood.
I don't think that was the Knicks' problem. This was the case of one player putting on one of the greatest fourth quarter shooting displays we've ever seen in an NBA playoff game. And look, Aaron Neesmith 4 years ago was a 27% three-point shooter. He has worked on it every year. He shot 43 this year. So this is legitimate, big-time now NBA three-point shooter, but he's never done anything like this. Now, you're seeing some space here, but for a guy that's a 43% three-point shooter, those first couple go in. You just can't wait to get your right hand free on the next one. He was the single guy keeping that door from being slammed shut. It's like he had his arm in the door with a bunch of dudes trying to slam it on his wrist, and he was holding it down by himself to give Tyrese Halliburton an opportunity to make that incredible shot to force overtime. The great awareness that he had time to get out there and get off a clean shot. I mean, that's just calm in the moment. Obviously, that's a very fortuitous bounce, but they get to overtime, and then the Indiana Pacers knew they had more basketball to play. They executed better in overtime than the New York Knicks did.
I want to come back to you again in just a moment because Tom Thibodeau has sat down, and for the joy that Indiana is currently experiencing, New York's got to try to process how this game slipped away. Here's Tibbs.
They can score the ball. Nesmith got loose. Halliburton hit big shots. You just can never let your guard down against them. No lead is safe.
Coach, Brunson had 4 fouls. You start him in the fourth quarter. What was your thinking about that?
Just, the way the game was going and, just a coach's decision.
Coach, on Obi's dunk, at that point, was the instructions to foul or just let him go to the hoop?
Yeah.
Tom, how disappointing is it, I guess, just the team played so well when Jalen got that fifth foul. You guys went on a 14-0 run. I know that obviously, as we saw, it doesn't end the game, but just that sort of momentum to not close this out.
Yeah, there's obviously disappointment when you fall short, but it doesn't. We have to take a look at the film, make our corrections, and then we got to change quickly for game 2. We got to be ready for game 2, and that's all you look at. So you have to take disappointment and turn that into more determination.
I mean, with respect, I don't know. That's coach speak. Look at the film. You're going to look at these stats, Legs, and you're going to see you had a 17-point lead in the fourth quarter on your home floor. You shot 51% from the game, and you lost. I think the thing that will be frightening if I'm New York is that this Indiana team is really hard to kill. and they are resilient. They're going to make shots, and they can make them at multiple different levels. And they've been on this stage. Like, they show a complete absence of fear. That will be my concern moving forward. Do you share that sentiment that this Indiana team is just not going to go away?
No doubt. And look, I've been telling people that I think the Indiana Pacers are one of the hardest teams in the NBA to guard, and I thought they had a great chance to win this series and play in the NBA Finals. That's what I've been saying really over the last 4 or 5 days, in large part to how good their offense is, how relentless it is, the pace with which they play. It allows them to never be out of a game. Now, look, we're putting up this graphic 17 with 6.5 to go. I think up 14 under 3 minutes to go is even more impactful to show you now the firepower that this team has. And if there ever was a case study in a team still believing they can win a game, you just watched it. And another thing that was really big in this game, Scott, you know how many times in a game players start twirling their fingers because they want their coach to challenge? They did it about 5 times in this game for Rick Carlisle. He never did it. He held on to it. And you know why that's so important? The biggest play of the game, I believe, other than a Halliburton shot, obviously, down 5, loose ball at the rebound. OG Anunoby tries to get a putback. Siakam gets ball. They call a foul on Siakam. They're able to challenge because Rick Carlisle held on to it. It's a 5-point game. They win the challenge. They get the basketball back, hit a 3. It's a 2-point game. It really is a testament to Rick Carlisle's resolve to not always listen to your players screaming for the challenge.
No,
he kept waving them off
every play
and held on to it, man, till the right time that he needed it. It was a big play in the game. It's an experienced coach. It's a champion coach. And I thought his patience in the moment played off, and their belief in each other really paid off.
Tim, I noticed that you have a device in front of you. Are you prepared to demonstrate something? I don't know what plays you're going to school us on, but I'm interested. Go ahead.
So I just mentioned, look, Nesmith makes the run. You get to overtime with the Halliburton shot. You still have to play some basketball here, and you've got to execute. And I thought Indiana executed great down the stretch. Now I'm going to start here with this is like the end of a possession. It was a great possession by Indiana. They get the Knicks all spread out. And as you can see, when this ball swung, first, this is a great effort by Jalen Brunson. I mean, look at the ground that Jalen Brunson covers to chase Tyrese Halliburton off the line. I also want you to watch Mitchell Robinson, who's watching all of this action, and in the corner, his responsibility is Obi Toppin. But he's going to watch how this plays out with Brunson. You get the head fake. Now Halliburton's clean. Mitchell Robinson says, I'm the only one that can get there. So now Mitchell Robinson is going to take a free run here at Halliburton. And guess what? That leaves a free run to the rim right here by Obi Toppin. He gets a free run. That's how that plays out. Gets a dunk. Indiana back up 1 after 2 free throws. Indiana's basketball again. You can take a look here. They're trying to get Jalen Brunson on an island because he's got 5 fouls. Guess who knows that? Josh Hart. He's thinking at any point he might have to go help. Turns his head. So that's the first player in this possession with the Knicks to turn their head. Nembhard's going to cut right here. I'll show you the second time somebody turns their head on this play. It's right here. Mitchell Robinson is on the weak side. So Nembhard makes the cut behind Hart. Mitchell Robinson is worried about Obi Toppin with a running start at the rim like he just got. And as a result, Nembhard has a free run to the rim. It's an incredible dish by Halliburton. They go back up again. And then it was just a matter of getting that key stop at the end of the game. But I just thought their poise in the moment, some breakdowns by the Knicks, vision not being in the right place. Indiana, after tying it, they now felt like they could go get the win, and they executed to perfection in overtime, and they walk out of there with one of the most improbable wins you will ever see. Forget the NBA. In any sporting event you're going to watch.
Yeah, and I just was struck, and we saw some of it there, but just it's a combination, I think, Tim, of poise, yes, but also attacking too, because like Toppin attacks on a dunk and he got fouled by Bridges. They didn't call it, but they're balancing like we don't need this, but we're just going to go take it. And they always put the other team on their heels because their pressure offensively, it feels unique. I don't know who else is quite like them, and maybe they're more talented teams, but the balance that they have offensively, and then the coach in Carlisle, they just never stop. It's like waves at the ocean, isn't it?
Well, to your point, Scott, the beginning of the game, the pace of that, Indiana makes their first 8 shots. I mean, they're on fire. They can do that kind of thing. Knicks were sort of matching them basket for basket. Great first half. Both teams really not playing a lot of defense. It was all about the offense. Now the Knicks make their run, right? They make their run when Brunson goes out of the game, and they got physical, and OG Anunoby played great, and it looks like Indiana's dead in the water. The Knicks have accomplished what they needed to. They survived Brunson's minutes on the bench. Their defense took over. They're bigger and stronger. But this is a perfect example of a team this good offensively just never being fully extinguished. And they just keep playing, and they keep playing, and eventually they're hoping somebody get a hot hand. Now, that hot doesn't begin to describe that. I heard you use the word nuclear for Nesmith. I'm not sure that covers exactly what Aaron Nesmith just did in the fourth quarter of this game, but it's their belief, and it's their style, and the number of guys on their team that can shoot the basketball. They believe they're never out of a game, and that's going to be their belief the rest of this series, no matter what the circumstances.
Hey, man, I'm with you. You made your living shooting the basketball, but you're talking about the stakes and the stage and down that number to that team, and he just never stopped firing. And the Pacers.
What's your favorite team? Comment below, and if you liked the video, please leave a like. This really helps the channel grow and brings you even more content. Oh, and if you're not subscribed yet, what are you waiting for? Click the subscribe button and activate the bell to receive all notifications. With each game, we noticed that the NBA is getting more competitive every day, and all the teams are looking for reinforcements to win the championship. And only here can you follow your favorite team daily with incredible content from different sources. Here on the channel, there are new videos every day with analysis, curiosities, and the best moments in basketball. That's it for today, folks. Thanks for following along. The NBA doesn't stop, and neither do we. Until the next video. NBA, the passion that connects us.